To know the fundamental principles of their life. You need to know what they want and why they can't have it. If you know that, if you really know that, you can answer any question. Favorite movie? You'll figure it out when you need to. But you need to know what shaped them, what hurt them, what made them who they are. Think about yourself. What makes you you? It's not your favorite food. It's the things that happened to you, the choices you made, the things you lost, the things you're still fighting for. Your character is the same way. Here's something nobody tells you. When you learn how stories work, when you peek behind the curtain, reading gets harder. For a while, you're reading a book and suddenly you're not in the story anymore. You're watching the author work. You see the seams, you see the structure, you see all the little tricks and techniques. And it ruins it. For a couple of years maybe, it ruins it. But then something changes. You get to the other side, and now those techniques, the craft, that becomes part of the pleasure. You see what the author is doing and you appreciate it. You see the difficulty of what they pulled off. It's like watching a magic trick when you know how it's done, except the magician is so good, you're still amazed. But you've got to get through that period first. And your job as a writer, is to make sure the reader never enters that period. Make sure they never see the strings. Make sure they stay in the dream. You hide the strings by making everything feel natural, inevitable, like it couldn't have happened any other way. How do you do that? You do it by knowing your character so well that everything they do makes sense. Not sense to you, sense to them. They're not acting to advance the plot. They're acting because that's what they would do in that situation. Let's say you need your character to make a stupid decision, a decision that gets them in trouble. You can't just have them be stupid because the plot requires it. That's lazy. That's visible. But if you've built the backstory right, if you know what they want, what they fear, what they're running from, then that stupid decision isn't stupid. It's the only decision they could have made, given who they are, given what they've been through. The reader might even see it coming. They might be saying, "No, don't do it," but they believe it. They believe the character would do it. That's craft. That's invisible craft. You don't need to tell us the character's entire history. You need to show us who they are now and let us feel the weight of what came before. A character walks into a room. They see someone they know. Watch how they react. Watch what they say. Watch what they don't say. That tells us everything. The diction, the word choice, the hesitation, the anger, the fear, whatever it is, it's coming from somewhere. From the backstory. But you don't have to explain it. You just have to make it real.
To catch the next chapter and/or full story, be sure to follow and subscribe. For even more writing content, endless giveaways, and earning opportunities, be sure to visit writersdepot.org, because a starving writer is just so 20th century.